One point almost made me lose my focus, but my ace in the hole was my base in the soul. Then I run back into you.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the L.U.V podcast. We have your host here, L.U.V Jones.
And it's your boy Drake.
And today we have two amazing guests in the building. We have Shyheim Battle, and we have his pops, Linwood Battle. And so for everybody at home, Shyheim is a returning guest. He's family to the show.
Absolutely.
But we wanted to highlight a very special father for Father's Day. And so we have Linwood Battle. And could you give an introduction to the people at home who may not know about you?
Well, I'm a great man, and that's what I always call myself. And Shyheim is my son, and I have three sons. The other one's named Tavon Parker, the other's named Linwood Shirley. I have two daughters, and I raised them the best I could, and that's what I do, being a great man.
Yes, sir. And like I said, we thank you for being a part of this.
Absolutely.
You know, everybody at home, Father's Day will be this Sunday. When y'all watch it, it might be past that. But yeah, so we want to shout out to all the fathers for Father's Day at home. Happy Father's Day to you all. And so we about to get straight into it. Like we said, this is Linwood Battle. This is Shyheim's dad. And talk a little bit about how it was, you know, raising Shyheim and his brothers.
Well, first of all, it was awesome. It's still awesome. I mean, because I'm still raising him. But to raise him and his brother, and it was like two peas in a pot. What one needed, the other one needed. What one wanted, the other wanted. And it was me and Mom's responsibility to make sure that happened, and that's what we did. And here's where we at. And we never knew we would be here. I wanted both of them to go to college, and so when Shyheim was getting in the situation to go to college, you know, we was just thinking, well, I was just thinking, you know, we just go down A&T and hang out. That was my thing. And then out the blue, we'll talk about that later, but it's just been great raising my baby boy, Shyheim. Yeah.
How was it having Linwood as your father?
I mean, I always look at it as a blessing, to be honest with you, because, you know, being from Rocky Mount, it's not the best environment. But
sure.
My dad was a great mentor in my childhood days, and, you know, sometimes I take it for granted. But, you know, as I look back now, I realize, like, most of my friends didn't really have a father figure in their life.
Right.
So, you know, I think back to what it could have been like if my dad wanted my life to what it looks like with him actually being in my life. You know, it's a big difference. Like, they make a big impact on the kid's life. So
For sure.
I'm always appreciative of my pops, and you know, he knows that. And, you know, I just cherish the moment. You know, live in the moment. Sometimes I don't think back to what I went through or try to look too far forward. I just try to live day to day and just enjoy the time with my people.
Okay. As you should. Like, what's one of the biggest things that you think, like, you got from your dad, like, that got you to this point?
I gotta say, my work ethic and my manners. You know.
Yeah.
For
That is a
one,
long way.
Yeah.
So long way out here.
Like, a lot of people say I'm humble. I mean, but to be honest, I just know that without everything around me, I'm still the same person. Like, I'm just a very grounded person. Like, I don't feel like everything that's happening is not just happening. It's happening for a reason, because I stayed true to who I am. Because I stayed, you know, genuine to people. I show people respect, and I always work hard. And, you know, I got my work ethic from my pops because I watched the long hours he put in to sacrifice for us to eat, put food on the table, and the overtime hours while he was working to make sure we had the nicest shoes in school.
Right.
And, you know, it won't never a point where I was like, well, I want this, and my pops wouldn't get it for me.
Right.
Or, you know, I just always, and it came to a point where, like, I stopped asking my pops for stuff.
Right.
Because I seen how hard he was trying to get it. And I didn't want him to feel like just because I'm asking for it, I gotta have
You
it.
gotta have it, right?
You know, because I know he was doing his best already, so I didn't want to put that extra stress on him.
That's great
You know?
self-awareness also.
Yeah.
Like, just like spatial awareness, because you got to be aware of things like that. You got to care about other people in order to just like form those relationships and even like show them that you care too. Because you doing that just showed your pops that you actually care about the dynamic that's going on. So it allowed him to go harder because he knows that you don't even really like care about it. So he can, you know, he can do what he got to go do and actually provide for you.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. And like that's just a testament to, you know, how you raised them, you know, just knowing how hard you was working and just not even asking for those shoes so you can, you know, maybe pour into the family another way. And
Right.
so that's amazing. And so how, you know, how proud are you just as Shyheim being the man he is today, like how proud of
Well, hey, he knows, family knows, fans know, public know,
yeah,
everybody knows, but he knows more important than anybody else from me how proud I am.
yeah.
And he tells people that, and that how proud he is. And people tell me, even down to his, you know, his fiance, she'll say, hey, Shyheim, he loves you now. Hey, he loves his daddy. But yeah, I'm proud of him, and we didn't know we would be here. I just know we wanted to be somewhere,
Right.
you know, because right out of high school, I wanted a family. You know, everybody just want to go into the military, they just want to work, get a car.
Yeah.
I wanted a family, and I thank God that's what I got.
That's dope.
And
That's a huge ask too.
yeah,
Like, right
yeah.
out of high school, that's a huge
yeah, I
ask.
wanted a
Yeah.
family, and you know, raising, you know, Shyheim and his brother together, you know, they grew up just like that.
Yeah.
And
Who's the oldest?
my middle one,
Gotcha.
Tavon's the oldest
Okay.
of him, and they grew up together. I mean, doing their thing at school,
Gotcha.
you know, playing their sports, playing their games in the room,
Mm-hmm.
you know, 'cause they lost me out the Pac-Man. They lost me after that. I couldn't play the other games on that, you know. But yeah, it's been great, man, and I wouldn't trade nothing for it. And like I said, we still striving. We're not where we want to be, but we're where we used to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, just jumping into like childhood, you know, I heard a few nicknames that you used to give Shyheim. One of them that I remember you calling him was Big Daddy. Like, how did he get that nickname?
Well, Big Daddy, before he was Big Daddy, when he was a baby, just boom, he's sport. You
Okay.
know, like sport. And a lot of people call their kids sport. So,
Yeah.
so out of the blue, I just started calling him sport.
Yeah.
And never had no clue that he was gonna be that kid in sports.
Yeah.
And so we put him in flag football, him and his brother. And of course they went out there and just dominated the area. Like, where these two kids come from?
Yeah.
My boys. They just pulling flags all over the field. And he was still a sport then.
Yeah.
So they went from that to tackle. So when they get to tackle, you know, in the 5th grade, he's playing quarterback, he's playing running back, he's playing wide receiver, he's playing corner, and it's like he was doing everything to help his team
Right.
win.
Mhm.
And in life, if you can't depend on everybody, it's always a person that, hey man, who you get your money from? Who you get your money from? And they'll say, I got my money from Big Daddy. Big Daddy gave me the money. So the team could rely on him.
Right.
So I started calling him Big Daddy. And because that's what he was doing. The whole team was relying on him.
Yeah.
And at the end of that 5th grade season, you know, I had got a shirt made with MVP on it at the beginning of the season. And at the end of the season, he was the MVP.
Yeah.
They gave him the football.
Stations.
We won 7-0. The score was 7-0. That was the only touchdown we got, and that was his number 7.
Wow.
It was just wow. But yeah, that's where he got the Big Daddy from, and it you know, a lot of folks don't like to call him that, but I love calling him that, and then so other people love calling him that. But you know, when you say Big Daddy, the first thing somebody says, well, what does it mean? That's what I want them to think. What does it mean? Ask me. I'll tell you what does it mean. But yeah, that's where it came from, man. He did a lot on that football field in 5th grade tackle. And that's where it came from, and it's
Okay.
and it's still going.
Shout out to you manifesting that MVP.
yeah, I did that now. He was MVP at the end of the season. Gave him the football and everything.
So, I hear that you quit your job like around like his freshman season. Why did you do that?
Well, around that was, like I said, I wanted Shy to go to college. I wanted my other son, Tavon, to go to college because they grew up together. They were dominating sports. So I was like, I said, well, if he could just get the A&T,
Okay.
you know, Coach Bowder went there, you know, the dominant, good HBC school.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, that's cool. We go to HBC, go to A&T.
Right.
And then out the blue, he called me one day in the 10th grade. He was like, Dad, I just got my first offer. We waiting on that because we don't know. We just waiting to go to A&T in my mind.
Yeah.
I said, who'd you get it from? He said, Duke. I said, Duke? I said, Duke? Out of all schools, Duke?
Yeah.
You know, like, Duke basketball school. I said, they gave my son a scholarship for football. And it just kept going. So he kept getting these offers.
Yeah.
So he in the 10th grade, so these offers kept coming. So I started thinking, I'm like, now I done missed a lot of games because of this job that I had.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mama would travel with him,
Right.
and I just missed him. Either he'll text me and say, Dad, I did this, Dad, I did that. And I said, if he's gonna go to a D1 school, I'm not missing it.
Yeah.
I said, so I just started looking for work then.
Right.
I started looking for work in the 10th grade. And his is in 10th grade.
That's a great
And,
plan. Like to see that coming. 'Cause
Yeah.
A lot of people it just smack them, and once they smack them, now they gotta like
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah. And you know, I knew he was going to go to a D1 school, which is no not to a HBC, but you know, in the real world, you know, you look at it,
Mm-hmm.
majority of kids that go to the league come from a D1 school.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, well, okay. I said, well, now we had the next opportunity.
Right.
My first opportunity was to go to college. I said, well, now these D1 schools call. I said, he could potentially go to the NFL. I said, so I ain't going to miss these games.
Right.
Then whatever I got to do to watch him play football, that's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And to help me decide was, number one, people die all the time, and number two, people was getting fired
Yeah.
from the same job I'm trying to quit.
Right.
So I was like, not coming back from death.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get fired, you still got to make it. I said, so I'm going to work my way out.
Mm-hmm.
And it was amazing, man. They graduated in May. I got my job in May, but we didn't move to June.
Okay.
And, you know, he went to school in December.
Right.
And they both graduated in December, and we put that U-Haul together in June, and we moved to Raleigh, and we've been 919 ever since, but we still rep out 252.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget where we came from.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's huge, you know, just making that sacrifice, you know, just even being there and knowing that he has that support from you all, his family. I know I know in my instance, you know, being close to my mom and stuff, and my dad being able to see me in school, that helped me
Right.
along the way during my time.
Right.
I know that can be the step that can take him to the next level
Right.
on the field, and not only on the field but academic wise
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah.
I commend you, commend your family for that sacrifice. So
Thank you, brother.
and so now, you know, Shyheim starting to rise in the college ranks.
Elevate.
How is it raising a star athlete?
Well, to tell you the truth, man, we, you know, me and Mama and everybody that's attached to Shy on the close side, we still adapting.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't, you know, let it, you know, we'll say, quote unquote, go to our heads. We enjoying every day that it happens.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
because, you know, we didn't know, he could have just went to NC State, or Clemson, or Ohio State, or Tennessee, or whichever school he chose to go to, and didn't play. Lots of kids do that. But I wanted my son to play.
Absolutely.
And so he got there, you know. His freshman year wasn't that good, but his sophomore year came, coach said, well, if Shyheim does what I asked of him, he'll be on that field. He said, that's all I ask. He said, Shyheim does what I say, he'll be a starter on that field. And Shy did what the coach asked. And he been on the field ever since. And his playing speaks for itself, but he had to show the coach.
Right.
Now he's showing the world what he can do. You know, he had to show the coach behind the scenes, but now he's showing the world on TV.
Right.
And this ride is great, man. We love it to death.
Hey man, I know it's a wild one. And y'all got a lot more to go.
Yeah.
Like this ain't even 25%.
Yeah. And we love it, man. And you know, I don't want to leave out Mom. You know, Mom doing her thing. She behind the scenes. People don't hardly see her. But Miss Battle, she makes sure that everything is
Absolutely.
puzzle-wise. You know, she got to scrape some people, she'll scrape some people. She got to throw a get-together, she'll throw a get-together. She got to throw a party, she'll throw a party. She's going to make sure everybody is, you know, smiling and happy.
Because it takes a team. Like, regardless, like, it still takes a team. And you need that person to, like, bring it all together. Because you can't do it by yourself.
Right.
Especially when you're trying to accomplish something like this, man. When you got a family dynamic like this, like, you got to come together and do it.
Yeah. And we strong family style. We strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of times we go play, they don't even call us by our name. There go to battles. That's all we hear. There go to battles.
Yeah.
So it's been, you know, great. Yeah.
Shaw, if you don't mind me asking, what did Coach ask you to do in order to accomplish being on the field that year?
So 2019 is when I went to college, right before COVID and all that happened. So that was my redshirt season, and it ended up being a very bad season for us. But luckily for me, I was able to see and experience both sides of that season. I got to experience going out there competing for a job and not earning a job.
Right.
So that made me feel like I wasn't ready or didn't prepare myself properly. And I also got to see how it felt to lose in another stadium. We went 4-8 that season, won the first 4 games, lost the rest. So first half of the season I didn't travel. I was still watching the game, but from home.
Yeah.
In the second half of the season, they let me travel with hopes of playing, I thought. But no, I still didn't get a chance to play. So it just gave me a better opportunity to just see what's going on, see why we're losing, see what these guys are doing wrong, and just trying to, you know, help them out. Well, not even necessarily help them out, but listen to what they're saying, to what's going on the sideline, chatter and stuff like that. So I just took a lot of mental notes. Like, I was just glad I could be there because just being there helped me become who I am today. It helped me do what I need to do that following year.
Yeah.
So after that,
You had to see it.
yeah, like I had to see it because I never played college ball.
Yeah.
So the closest I'm gonna get to is watching it from the sideline. So after that season, man, coach, we had a new coaching staff come in, and it was kind of like free game, and I just had to show the coach that I was able to make plays. He said all he needs is a guy that can listen to what he say, make a play, and give great effort. So
Cool.
I already knew how to do that.
Yeah.
I won't good at the playmaking part yet, just because I wasn't used to the speed of the game.
Right.
So to help me catch up on that part, like I took maybe a week off from the season. As soon as the season ended, we didn't go to no bowl game. So season ended like right before Christmas.
Okay.
So I ain't go to no bowl game. We didn't do none of that. I took a week off. Probably after Christmas, I went straight to the indoor and got to work with my homeboy named Duffy.
Got you.
Yeah, so me and my boy Duffy went to the indoor literally every night. We won the indoor, was in the turf room, getting some type of work in. We took sometimes no days off a week, maybe 1 day off a week.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was just out so long and so late that, you know, my fiance was just wondering where I'm at, what I'm doing. Like, I got a FaceTime, like, I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to focus on my dream right now. I'm fighting back. But, you know, that's how dedicated I was. Like, I would go straight from study hall, get some food, to going right to the facility.
Right.
Getting home like 11:30, 12 at night. I got workouts at 6, 7 in the morning. But I'm behind the clock, so I'm like, this is what I need to do to catch up and get where I want to get.
Yeah.
So that's the mentality I had to take, which is also the same mentality I had when I got those college offers. That's how I got to where I was, because like my freshman year of high school, I played quarterback.
Yeah.
And I had to transition from quarterback so defensive back,
Gotcha.
which is a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I messed up on Virgil, and I was like, okay, for me to get to there, to get to these offers, that's what I gotta do.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just took that same approach until that COVID year, and spring came around, and after the first practice, bro, like, coach saw me make like 2 plays, saw how bad I wanted it, and before practice was even over, he gave me the starting job.
Hey.
So it was just like, you know, I put that time in, talked to God, and it just kept my head down, stay humble, and remain humble, because I feel like that's the only way that it's helping me elevate, is just staying true to who I am, not
Yeah.
changing my routine or nothing like that. Just
Absolutely.
keep doing what I've been doing, and you know, the rest will take care of itself.
Facts.
Shout out to you, bro. For real.
Yeah, bro. It wasn't easy. It
Yeah.
definitely wasn't easy, but like I was determined, because like football, that's my passion, that's my dream.
Yeah.
And one, I don't like to lose, so the fact that we're losing, I can't help my team win because I'm not
Right. You
ready.
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that bothers me, because
Right.
not only am I letting them down, I'm letting myself down, because back home, I was doing all of that. So
Right.
I'm like, it ain't gonna just stop back home. I gotta keep this going, you know?
For sure. So, what does BBB mean?
BBB. Good question. Well, they was in high school, Shyheim Pacific. That's when the Big Baller brand
Okay.
was coming out. He was doing whatever he had to do
For sure.
to get his kids to where he wanted them to go.
Absolutely.
And of course, everybody was like, man, what is this dude doing, man? Let the boys play ball.
Right.
So he let them play ball, but he was an outspoken man.
Yeah.
Right.
So I said, well, Shy ever get to that level of going to college, I'm gonna be like BBB. I said, I'll just call ours Big Battle brand. And that's what I'm doing. It's the Big Battle brand. I don't be vocal, and I'm not on ESPN and
Right.
all that like them, but it was the point of, I'll pull a coach to the side. You know, hey, what's going on, man? What's going on with Shy? What's going on, this, that, third? And it was like, I saw how vocal he was to get his boys where he wanted them to be. I said, well, I'm already like that.
Right.
I said, so, we already got the last name Battle. They just called their brand.
Right.
I said, I'll just call our Big Battle brand instead of Big Baller brand.
Right.
And it's working out pretty good for us.
Okay.
You know, Shy's always on the podcast. He's on TV Live, and people see me, and man, I'm so proud of your son, man. You did a great job, man. I love it, man. So it's like we living the same life. He just was more influenced, and I think, you know, he was already a wealthy man.
Gotcha.
You know, we're not wealthy. You know, we're not wealthy by nonsense. And so, but he raised his boys good. All of them went to the NBA, and all of them done good. So that's what the BBB means. If, like when Shaq got to college, matter of fact, I wore my shirt to his first spring game, and it was just to say, you know, this is what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
This is us.
you know,
The
how
team.
his dad did with them, that's how I'm gonna do with mine. I
Gotcha.
just don't have 3
Yeah.
in college.
Yeah.
I got 1, and I'm gonna stand by him, and it ain't gonna just be no tell Shy what to do, and that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
No, Shy got a dad,
For sure.
so some stuff got to be ran through me,
Yeah.
and that's how I run it. That's what BBB mean to me. Some people done heard me say it, and some people done seen it on my Instagram or Facebook page, and you know, they just think it's, you know, hilarious and
Yeah,
funny,
yeah.
which is cool,
Mhm.
but at least I got the guts to say it,
Yeah, yeah,
and
for
that's
sure.
what I'm doing.
That's real.
Yeah.
I like how LeVar was, cause like it wasn't too many outspoken dads, if
Yeah.
not any,
Yeah.
not any, and they was calling him crazy, but
Yeah.
it's like he was speaking life into his
Yeah.
boys on national
Yeah.
TV, and
National
I thought
TV.
that was amazing because, you know, yeah, you can be humble about it, but nah, my son the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He the best, and whether he's not at that level statistically yet, but I'ma still say my kid's best whenever I have some down the line in
Right.
the far future. But
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna be the same way.
That's
My
right.
son the best way he do, and I'm gonna have to work ethic. I'm
Right.
gonna instill the work ethic into him or her that they are the best.
Yeah.
Right.
So
It's like, as you should, because you
Yeah.
got to be behind your kids. Like, cause who else gonna do it? Like, they come
Yeah.
home to you every day.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to be the first point of contact to like speak life into your kids. Like,
yeah.
the rest of the world don't matter. Like y'all do.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, I
Oh,
commend
yeah.
you for that, honestly.
Yeah.
That's amazing, especially showing it to the world. You know,
Right.
as you should.
Right.
You know. All right. So picking back on to what you were saying earlier about his nickname being Big Daddy because he was good at a lot of sports. How was it seeing Shyheim be like a star in every sport he played?
Now I can say that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because every sport that and when you say sport, you take it all the way back to when he was born.
Yeah.
That's what I named him. So everything that had a ball involved was called sport.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's what happened when I named him sport, like when he was a baby or what.
Yeah.
But every sport, you know, he started in. You know, him and his brother, they both started, even down to AAU, the Little League baseball. They started in that. And so me and Mom was just like, we got our little stars on the baseball team. We got little stars on the football team. And then when they started getting to junior high, they were still starters.
Mm-hmm.
And they got to high school, they were still starters. It was like,
Never stop.
yeah, now it's like expected.
Yeah.
So, and it takes you to, you know, you sure you want to quit your job? And I was like, well, I'm saying to myself, they're like, well, he been starting at everything. So you mean to tell me to get all the way to college and don't start?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, if he gonna start in college too, I ain't gonna miss that.
Right.
So it was awesome seeing him, and still awesome to see him start. This upcoming season, he's gonna start, and he's gonna be a 5th-year senior, and he know the field like the back of his book. You know, he can coach now. He can tell the coach what we're gonna do on this play, and they gotta respect him for that because he's gonna start it.
Yeah.
You know, he's not a freshman. You know, he knows things now, and if he's on that field long enough, you know, he can say, Coach, this is not working right here. You know, even though they might not want to listen to him, but at least gonna look at it on film up top.
Yeah.
And but it's awesome seeing him, my baby boy, start
Right.
at sports. You know, from Little League all the way up to NC State football.
Right.
It's just been awesome.
Piggybacking off of that, how have, since you're a seasoned veteran at this point at state, like how have you adjusted like playing?
I mean, I feel like my routine has changed like every year. Like I've been just trying to figure out me personally what I need to get better, and you know the type of things I need to work on in the off season in order for me to reach my peak. And you know every year has changed just due to what I went through in that season. Like this past season, I went through a couple of injuries, so this year I focused on a lot of recovery, like getting more massages, doing yoga, stretching more often, diet, stuff like that. So that's been more of my focuses this past season. Also just not so much on the field side of things, but in the film room, you know. So trying to find different ways that can help me get that edge because, you know, I got the footwork down. You know, that's something that's always been key to my game. And I still touch up on that when I get a chance to, when I need to, but I'm looking at areas where I can actually grow and, you know, set myself apart and actually challenge myself. That way I can get better, you know. So, you know, just being a veteran, you know, you learn things, you look at things a lot differently. Like, I look at the workouts differently than I used to look at them when I was a freshman. Like, I used to walk in like, yo, what we about to do today? It's about to kill me. Now I walk in like, I want to knock this out, man. I'm about to, you know, get a nice, somebody in the team run. I'm about to go get a nice little lift in. You know, it ain't nothing but getting me better.
Fun.
It's getting fun again. So, you know, just making sure it's fun, you know, because when I first got here, it was just trying to figure things out. And now that I actually understand, you know, the system and everything, it all just slows down. It feels like it's like my nest egg, you know, like just come here, take care of what I need to take care of, and everything will be cool.
Speaking of systems and like nest eggs, as we all know, like you can do like NIL deals and stuff now. Like, how has that allowed you to like prepare something for yourself to like just build a foundation?
Yeah, man. The NIL world it's amazing. You know, to all athletes. I'm catching NIL on the backside. You know, going out the door. So my biggest thing is just trying to network and build relationships with people. You know, just so that once I'm done with college, I can still reach out to these people while I'm at the next next level while I'm in my professional career, you know, stuff like that. And I've been blessed to have some good opportunities. With my brand, Battle Island, I received the equity deal in this after last season. You know, that's just because the people that I work with now, Tracy, Jonathan, Molly, they just seen my work ethic and, you know, how much my brand means to me and the time and dedication I put into it outside of football and, you know, what it means and represents too. They just seen how they could, you know, help both of us elevate.
Right.
You know, the platform is called Obsess, and it's an athlete brand building platform, you know, so they help athletes build brands, so they want to help me build my brand, take my brand to the next level. So, you know, just me putting that time in early on as a freshman, it was finally noticed because of NIL. Like maybe somebody already seen it, but they couldn't actually work with me because of the NIL not being in place yet. So that's something that was, you know, blessed and helped me elevate my brand. I'm grateful for that. Another thing that I've also had is just, you know, community building, you know, USA football, shouting out my camp, coming up in this next month.
I was just about to ask y'all having another camp this year.
Yeah, so it's gonna be the second annual, you know, out of 252 Camp Showdown.
Already
it's gonna be great, man. You know, I'm looking forward to it. You know, I'm pretty sure I know the community gonna come out and support. You know, I'm looking forward to kids gonna come out, get some good coaching, bringing in a lot of top trainers and a lot of top talent. You know, so I'm looking forward to it, bro. But you know, just you know, I went to the NIL summit about 2 weeks ago. Met a lot of good athletes.
What's that? For all the viewers who don't know. Like,
so the NIL summit is a place where all the top athletes from around the country, they all get invited to this event where you go learn about the NIL world, and they'll teach you about how to be successful in the NIL world, whether that be an influencer, whether that be networking, meeting people, you know, working with other companies. So that was a great opportunity for me to go to too. You know, I met a lot of great athletes, talked to a couple of companies, a couple of people that are now helping me out in what I want to do in life. So just using my resources to my advantage.
Right.
You know, I feel like this NIL world is more of something of my interest more than I say school, just because I find ways that it can help me down the road.
Exactly.
But yeah, bro, just taking it one step at a time. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest guy in NIL,
Right.
but I try to use my resources to where they can, you know, benefit me most.
Got you.
Go ahead. Before you continue, I was gonna say, you know, remember we spoke about how important it was for you to give back to the 2-5, and I just wanted to shout you out while you're on the platform because what you're doing is important. Just showing the kids out there somebody who has made it to the next level that they aspire to be on, and is actually spending time with, you know, just even getting to know the kids is amazing. And I know that those kids that, even though it's an annual event, I know they'll take that regardless if they come to one or if they keep coming. I know they'll take those memories and cherish those for their lifetime. So I commend you for what you're doing for the area. So shout out to you.
I appreciate it, bro. I mean, it's something that, you know, I feel like that's something I wish I had coming up.
Yeah,
definitely. Imagine what somebody did just 5-10 years ago.
Telling you,
we might be, you know, that much higher where we need to be.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just thought, you know, since it hasn't been done yet, I will take the initiative and, you know, see what I can do with it.
Right.
And, you know, I'm a real genuine person. I like giving back to the community. Like, I like, you know, working with kids. I'm a big community guy. That's something that I'm just good at doing. And, you know, the fact that kids look up to me makes it even more special to me. Like, I'll spend time talking to fans sometimes just because they support me. So, you know, if they're following my journey, why not give them a couple minutes of my life and just talk to them on a personal level? So, you know, that's real cool to me, man. And, you know, just the 252 is where I'm from, so it's just a lot more special to me to just work with kids in this area that I know go through what I've been through. And I want to help them find and figure out how to get out and, you know, explore and reach the next level which they want to do.
Right.
So I'm just trying to, you know, build that bridge and help kids in the area just go to the next level, and whether that be with sports or without sports, you know, just help them if they need help. You know, find them the resources they need to utilize and get to where they want to be in life. You know what I'm saying?
With your name, I know like it comes with a lot, like just in general, like of who you are. You like to be on top of things. You like to be a leader. You like to make things happen. So naturally, like you're gonna have high expectations before you even like walk into the room. So with this season coming up, like, what's your plan for this season? What's your plan for this season? What you know that you got to work on, and like, are you ready to execute?
Man, to be honest, you know, the plan for this season is just plain and simple, bro. I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun, bro. Like, I changed my jersey number. I went from 2-5 to 2+5. You know, went back to 7. You know, I ain't wore 7 since freshman year of high school. And you know, I just going back to being a kid again. You know, taking all the pressure off my shoulders. You know, I've been playing for my family, for my city, everybody that supported me. But you know, I had to realize that yes, I love y'all and I appreciate everybody supporting me. But it's still in the back of my head that I'm playing for the folks behind me. But in all reality, I gotta play for myself too.
For sure.
And keep that fun part of the game, and you know, I can't let overwhelming and stressing take away the fun of the game. So you know, blood, sweat, and tears in that 2-5, but it's gonna be all joy and happiness in the 7. So you know, just want to have fun with this last season, man. I've been playing great. You know, my resume has been great, and I don't expect that to change. Of course, I'm gonna watch more film, study my opponents, and put in the time I need, which I've been doing. But more than anything, bro, I'm just trying to stay focused on what's finna be one of my last years potentially playing football. That's how I gotta look at it.
Right.
So I don't want to go in stressing it. I want to go in like it's time. You know, it's the time I've been waiting for. My career could end this season, but my career could end 10 seasons from now. But I want to put that 7 on one more time just so I can really enjoy how it feels to be in that 7. You know?
Yeah. Once again, that's a lot of self-awareness, man. Like, a lot of people don't think that far. Like, they'll think that the path that they're on is gonna happen, like regardless. Like, and not saying that you won't make it, because everybody in this room know that you will. But there's always, you know, anything. Like life is life. So as long as you know that, you're gonna prepare and do the things that you need to do in order to get and reach your milestones.
Definitely, bro.
Absolutely. And taking this time to actually, you know, put yourself forward, I feel like that's going to take you to the next level.
For sure.
And, you know, we about to get straight into the Fast 5, our favorite part of the show. So for everybody watching at home, you have, they have 1 minute to answer all 5 questions. And as you can see, we got the timer ready. And so we'll catch that for a fall. But everybody get straight into it.
I'm first. Let's go.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Wait.
How do you boost your self-love?
Self-love. Wife.
Your top 5 rappers of all time.
Shyheim, Tavon, Jay-Z, Drake, Birdman, and Lil Wayne.
Okay.
How would you like to be remembered?
Great man.
What is your favorite part about being a father?
My kids.
What do you plan on doing for Father's Day?
We doing it.
And this is just a bonus question. What's a question you wish we would have asked you, and how would you have answered it?
Do I love my wife? I'll say yes.
Absolutely.
He might have beat the record.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's go. That's my rapper. This is my rapper.
We ain't never had nobody finish it in 30 seconds.
That's because I put my 2 sons as my rapper.
Hey, we'll let it slide.
That's less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Are y'all ready?
I'm asking Shyheim.
All right, go.
Outside of football, what's your secret talent?
Dancing. When I stopped dancing.
Okay. What has been your favorite moment so far of your career?
Beating Clemson.
Okay.
Winning.
How would you rate your mental health right now from 1 to 10? 10 being the greatest.
Myself a 7.
7. What is your pregame routine?
I always walk the field, 100 yards, and I gotta drink a bottle of water. I gotta drink the whole water before I finish the whole. It's really 200 yards. I go down and back. So.
Okay. So what is one question you wish we asked you, and how would you answer?
What was the most impacting words my pops told me as a kid? And I always said, stop playing video games because video games are for people that's rich, and the ones that made the game rich, and people that play the game is rich.
Yeah.
That's what I told him.
So, all right. Where we at with it? Okay, so
That's
shout
it.
shout
We winning,
That's a
baby.
word. That's a word. That's a word. It was
I saw you letting the clock kept going. We winning.
Yeah.
It was 53
Hey,
seconds. It was
so-
53 seconds.
We winning, Big Daddy. We winning.
So you answered so you answered yours and we gave you 6 questions, so you did yours in 36 seconds.
Oh,
6
that's
questions.
crazy.
Yeah. You did ask him 5 questions and he answered it in less than a minute. But we got one more question for you.
All right.
And so what are you doing for your father for Father's Day?
To be continued.
Yeah. For sure.
Right now we spending time as a family. That's what we always
That's right.
do.
Cool.
For sure.
Cool. Ain't no wrong with that.
Yeah.
He tried to sneak it out.
Yeah.
Y'all was smart.
Yeah. All right. And so, what's next for y'all?
Well, like I said, we for us, me as a father and a parent, hey, like I told this coach a couple years ago, he said, when is he gonna commit it? I said, well, we just having fun.
Yeah.
So we're just having fun. I mean, because we don't know, like I said, we don't know what tomorrow holds. So we don't look that far.
Yeah.
And fun, you know, football season get back. Tailgating, do our fun, watch him do his thing. Just wait for the season and expire.
What about yourself, Shaw?
I'm really just growing up. Got a 252 cap. Been getting a lot of, hit. Got a lot of people that's coming out, support, coming out and want to learn from me.
Sure.
So got a lot of camp. So I just want to make sure, right, make a song for the kids to remember.
Yeah.
And just like I said, and I want to be more involved this camp. I know last year I did a lot of, walking from station to station, did the DBs and help them be able to set a little bit more. So look forward to this year and just preparing for the season. On the summer,
Yeah.
I'm finishing up in the summer. That's a major accomplishment.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Congrats.
It ain't been easy.
Yeah.
Especially I hate it. But
Yeah.
I've been making.
What's your major, if you don't mind us asking?
So communications major.
How it's gonna work out for you?
Yeah, man. I like it a lot, bro. But yeah, man. Getting closer to God, working on my. Yeah, that's something I've been. Fiance, she's helping me. So that and being a peacemaker.
Yeah.
Keep me. I know they want to see them watch me grow and make they wake along the way. So peace to me.
We love to hear. We love to hear.
And so for the viewers at home who may not have watched the first episode, how can they find you on social media?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at Shybattle 2.5. You got me on Twitter at ShyOuter252. And you on TikTok, you can find me at Sniper with 2 P's 2.5. Out of 252, man.
And you can find me at, my wife said, don't give it out.
So, any shout outs y'all wanna give out?
Shout out to the home team, man. Shout out to all the kids watching and joining. Y'all got everything it takes to reach your dreams and goals. Always keep chasing them, never give up, and let nobody tell you you can't do it. Keep your confidence, keep God first, and keep working. You're going to always accomplish.
Well, I wanted to start with this, but we got past it. But I just want to thank God for everything He's doing, everything He's done, and everything He's going to continue to do to keep blessing our family, keeping Shyheim safe, keeping my marriage safe, and we just want to have fun and be the battles.
Yeah. Once again, happy Father's Day to everyone.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, I want to shout out my father. Happy Father's Day to you, pops.
That's
Happy
what we
Father's
say.
Day. Happy Father's Day to my stepdad. Yeah, we rocking. And yeah, thank you for the merch again.
Yeah, bro.
How can they find this merch?
Oh yeah, man. Hey, shout out to the island. We can't forget the island. Shout out to Battle Island, man.
Yeah.
You can find the merch at Battle Island apparel on Instagram, and go to my link in my bio. It'll take you right to my merch shop. I appreciate all the support.
All right, and for everybody watching at home, remember it's all love, and we're out.
Thanks for the Father's Day gift.